All right, awesome. So, hey, God bless everybody, and I wish everyone well. These are my opinions about what you should know. I just did a video. It's uploaded. What you should know. I think I sent it out to friends and family. So, and this is just my opinions. Like I said, chemtrails. Bill Gates, David Keith, Harvard, NASA. Why are they doing this? Well, it's all very deep and it's all very nefarious, but it goes back a long ways. And so, actually, as a matter of fact, uh, there's a show. So I think like the God says in the Bible that He shall do nothing unless He first reveals it through His servants, the prophets. And well, before I go further, let me say that all my videos are done one shot, one take, uploaded, no editing. So here we go. He shall reveal nothing. He shall do nothing lest He reveal it. God will do nothing lest He reveal it through His servants, the prophets, first. So I think the same rule applies for the adversary, Satan. And I think so. The devil has to tell us what he's up to. He has to admit to it. So they put the writing out and playing amongst themselves. They try and keep that buried, though. Things like the UN agenda. They don't really try and keep it buried, but they know that only certain people are going to be paying attention to. And they can control that small of a group of people because they got most people distracted with sports and with celebrities and all sorts of nonsense bullshit like jobs and making money and holidays and everything else. So there's that. But so they have it printed out in plain depopulation things like the Georgia Guidestones. But there was a show produced, I believe it was like his breakout thing, by J.J. Abrams, who is in fact quite possibly the most powerful man in Hollywood. And that says something if you understand Hollywood, the witch's wand, for what it is. So that being said, the show Fringe, F-R-I-N-G-E, was a fantastic show, a lot of fun to watch. It was great, but I think it was a total disclaimer in a lot of ways. The agents, the perpetrators who guided from behind the scenes were these characters called observers. Observers, obviously, the Watchers, for those who know the Book of Enoch. I'm not trying to catch anybody up. If you don't know about those things, you're going to have to look into it. There's lots of videos out there about it. So in Fringe, the nefarious characters that are guiding things from behind the scenes are called observers, and they have man geoengineering the climate to cool it down to an average temperature, something like 48 degrees, with so much aluminum and stuff in the atmosphere because that's what their bodies breathe. Yeah, it's toxic to us, but it helps them, so they want to habitate the surface. They want to habitate our world. So they're terraforming it. Fringe, and it talks about things like the Mandela. It doesn't mention the Mandela effect, but by the colliding of the two universes, this is perpetrated by a character named Bishop. Oh, anyways, and his son is brought in to help investigate it. You can do this whole thing like decoding the names of the characters in the show. But so the whole Mandela effect thing, like cars floating up in the air or disappearing, things changing inexplicably or just having always been different somehow. This show gets into all that briefly, and then they kind of hurry it along there at the end. They kind of rush the last season. They kind of skip a bunch of details, I think, because they had already revealed enough. But the show Fringe is sort of a tell-all. And the show Stranger Things on Netflix, that's quite revealing too. That's much darker, that's even more meat and potatoes than Fringe is. So there's that anyways. If you watch Fringe, you'll get a good picture of what they're doing. But you don't even need to do that. Just, if we've been paying attention, we know. So, what is the Mandela effect? I guess is something. It's something worth paying attention to, but it's not something that we need to sell out any of our energy to, because it's very real, and we just keep an eye on it and just pay attention to what's happening right around us immediately. It's the most important thing. Regardless of what's different about the past, we're dealing with the present, and the future is fast upon us. So, anyways, I'm kind of getting down a rabbit hole now. Let's move on a little bit. I think I started out Chemtrails, man, they're poisoning the air. So some sort of other creatures, the Watchers, the fallen angels, if they're having another time, like it says in the Bible, as it was in the days of Noah, so it shall it be at the time of the coming of the Son of Man. So they're changing the atmosphere, so the angels that lived here back then can live here again. I don't think the atmosphere is quite so toxic as it's going to be. I think it's like an alternate, possible atmosphere, or perhaps it's more like, they're fallen bodies. Fallen bodies thrive in a different atmosphere than the bodies they habitated at the times of Noah. So there's that. Okay, moving on. The California fires, the Jesuit order. Is Trump a part of this? I don't know. So that one picture, man, you got to prepare for the worst, and I can't say that Trump. I want to believe Trump's a good guy, I really do, and I'm trying to hold on to that possibility, absolutely, because bringing the pedophiles, amen, bring the troops home, good and bad, good, bring them home. Let's figure this out with all our people here. Is it all a dog and pony show? Maybe though, maybe the good guys behind the scenes have finally gotten a hold of some of the reins, and maybe Trump is actually working at their behest. So maybe, and you gotta hold on to hope, man. Like, I can't give up. I can't give up and just sell out to it's the end. I did that for a long time, and it ruined many years of my life, and nothing happened. So maybe something's happening now, and this is it, but I can't sell out to it anymore. So where are we at? The Californians land grab, build the railway. Is Trump a part of this, or is this kind of momentum from Obama and supposed to be handing off to Hillary? Is it an attack of the deep state trying to move forward with their plans no matter what, or does Trump have a hand in it? What about Q? I follow QAnon. I do. I follow that Serial Brain, Just Informed Talk. SGT Report, X22. I follow them, and you got to remain skeptical, but you can't give up hope. So there's a balance there that you got to find. It's kind of difficult, especially when some of the stuff is new to you. The troop recall is a big deal. Bringing them home. So economy, spiral, silver. What we got here? I got a 2-ounce piece here. It's a nice piece. It says on there, if I don't, I shall either find a way or make one. Very nice. And then there's this on the other side. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of choice. It's a 2-ounce piece. I didn't even pay $40 for that. Apmex.com, APMEX. That's where I get some of my silver. And jmbullion.com, JMBULLION. It's not an endorsement or a claim of any kind. It's just where I get my silver. Moving forward, he's bringing the troops home, either because we won't be able to refuel when our dollar collapses, and hey, then maybe it's a free for all, and it'd be very difficult to get our troops home. He's bringing them home. Maybe he's bringing them home because it's domestic operations. I've heard rumors of leaves being canceled already, and people being, it's like Richie points out. They have those big military bases and all that land out there in the country for them to run these operations. And if they're doing it in populated areas, they're doing it there for a reason. They're doing it for a reason, whether it's a psyop, and who knows what they're going after. If they're making these arrests on Hillary and their subordinates, communist subordinates, and all the people affiliated with them, it's massive arrest. If they call in martial law for that, like what's his name, Rahm Emanuel of Chicago. What if he's going to be arrested and all of his people? So this is a big deal, and this reaches into many people's lives. And perhaps martial law will be declared. Maybe it'll be a good thing. Maybe it'll be a bad thing. Maybe it'll be a really good thing, setting up to a really bad thing. The implementation of the Antichrist, obviously, being the worst thing. So there's that. Coming up on 10 minutes. So we just prepare for the worst and hope for the best, fight for the best, strive for the best, love on one another, positive vibes, good feelings. Hold on to the rock, hold on to the steadfast message and gospel of Jesus Christ, the full armor of God. If you don't believe in God, man, I love you. God bless you. It's great, hold on to your rock, man, because it's going to get rough. So I love you all. God bless. Peace out.